we see this God who is not only knows us, and we are not only known to him, and that we know him and everything about him, but he cares about us to the point that he sent Jesus and he changed our life, and we're new creations, and we're changed forever, and our trespasses are no longer counted against us. Those things motivate us from love. So what are we supposed to do from this? What are we motivated to do from this? I think this is where it's a beautiful thing to think about, because we go from being new creations to changing how we live. And one of the first things it talks about when we change how we live is found in verse 16. Look at this. From now on, therefore, we regard no one according to the flesh. We regard no one according to the flesh. What does that mean? How do you think about other people? Like when you think about other people, how do you think about them? Typically where I start is how they kind of affect me. Like, man, if I really enjoy spending time with somebody, if I have these moments where they bring me life when I talk to them, if they lift me up when it's encouraging, all I want to do is hang out with that person. And so I think about them from a selfish perspective. In the same way, you got people in your life, you're like, oh, here they come. It's like they're going to just like drain all the life from you by talking to them. Like you have those moments and you begin thinking about people based on how they respond to you. What this passage is telling us and how we look at people is fundamentally wrong. The way that we should see people based on this passage is realizing that they have an eternal soul. If we are all going to be judged by God, if we are all going to be in a place where we are going to be decided how our life is lived based on our choices, based on whether we follow Christ or whether we don't follow Christ, then every single person has an eternal soul. And the conclusion of that place is either going to be in eternity with God forever or separated from him in hell. Every single person is that way. We should no longer regard people as a sum of their parts or what they can do for us or how we respond to them selfishly, but we should realize that they are eternal beings. They matter to God. They are known to God. They're eternal and significant, and we should no longer regard each other in the flesh.